people's money and we like it. Love it. We spending OPM. Other people's money and we like it. Love it.
Newest ladies, new shoes hit the pavement. We what we want to shop for entertainment. Stock rising, make love, rock diamonds. You never seen it look this good. Stop lying, stack chips, South Central to Saks Fifth. I ain't gotta wait for December to wrap gifts. Get it now, buy a new car, sit it down. AMG upgrades, fully kitted out, feeling this. The Merlot keeps spilling shit. Look, it's no concealing it. Right now I got my hand in the blouse. Damn, she aroused. They gon' end up back in the aisle.
Full of wine, and I bet your girl will come because she likes it.
What you say? One time, what you say?
And I'm feeling like the man. 2 bottles of that sham because I like it.
I like.
We spending OPM. Other people's money and we like it. Love it. We spending OPM. Other people's money and we like it. Love it.
The most ready, bow tie, no Chevy. Don't let a new girl make no spaghetti. Chain heavy, see a chick game ready. When somebody loves you back, yeah, Teddy, you better know it. Hard times we can never show. I'm going places you ain't never going. Frozen Clico, cups and strawberries. I don't gotta play to get paid like Marbury. I'm feeling this. The Merlot keeps spilling shit. Look, now she revealing it. Right now I got my hand on her mouth. Damn, she was loud. I'ma end up tagging her out.
Pocket full of wine, and I bet your girl will come because she likes it.
What you say? One time, what you say?
And I'm feeling like the man. 2 bottles of that sham because I like it.
Let me stop playing, man. Look, this is very random. Typically, my schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, and also Saturday. But I was sitting here editing the video and I saw a video get suggested to me on my phone. And I was like, oh, I got to watch this video. I didn't even want to read the title fully, but yeah, we're going to get into that. That's all this stream is going to be. I'm literally just going to be reacting to that video, and that is it. That is all. This is a random stream. Usually this would have been tomorrow, but I saw something. I was like, let me just go ahead and check this out. Before we get into that, housekeeping. As y'all see, we started off 112 hours. That was what was left for me to get to that 4K watch time hours. If I don't know if you saw the title. We had 37 of them things. We had 37 of them things. We got 37 hours left until I reach that 4K watch time hours, and I am fully in that YouTube. Damn, what's it called? YouTube. Damn, what's it called? YouTube. Whatever. I can start monetizing my videos. It's been a long time coming. I was actually watching my first video on my channel because I'm in the works of like making a video right now. I was looking at my first video. Oh, I done came a long way, bro. Cause like the way I was talking in that first video, insane, bro. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste no time. This is like, I think the video that I saw, I think it was like, I want to say it was like 50 minutes long, bro. So I'm gonna jump straight into it, and that's gonna be it. Hold on. They done uploaded a few things. Hold on. They done uploaded a lot. All right, let me move this. And then let me move this. And then let me drag this. All right, cool. So y'all about to see what I'm talking about. If y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know this sneaker company, they got this reseller sneaker company. They got in a little heat. I'm talking about it was cars, a bunch of police cars out there. People was leaving out the building handcuffed, and they stopped posting for a full month, which is that's not a part of their norm. A full month of just nothing, radio silence. But you already know who I'm talking about, man. Cool Kicks. Is Cool Kids back? Are they even going to address anything in this first video? I didn't see this one until I just clicked here. So I want to see what the vibe is. If they go address anything or they just go leave it in the air. I don't know, but let's see.
Cast your ads from Amazon.
If they go through this whole video and don't say anything, that's going to be very funny. Which I know the comments would, if anything.
On glasses. Deeds.
What I do here, you gotta look at the packing slip, make sure it's the correct shoe, correct size. Check them out. They're checked out. Got it.
Oh my God! What time you guys open? 12 to 3. So only 3 hours. You have a chance to come get a burger, hopefully, if you can find it. If you know, you know, like seriously.
All right, so 1070.
Oh, look like they back up and running.
Made it pretty easy.
I mean, if y'all want to buy my whole little collection, I probably got like 100 pairs at the house.
Yeah, we could pull up.
Dude, look at this shoe, y'all. I just want to show y'all something. This is a 3D printed shoe. I want to try these on. It's not my size, but yo, what do y'all rate?
This is a piece of footwear that I need to also shorten this. Jeez. This is absolutely a piece of footwear that I need to put on my foot at least once. I need to get an understanding for if 3D printing has surpassed what I've had in the past.
This shoe, that's crazy. 25 bucks, look.
Hey man, another day on the block. Just trying to get some sales. That's the name of the game, is sales right now. Got your boy back in the building.
I'm finally back, bro. You already know what it is. Like, nah.
You can tell.
I miss y'all, bro.
What?
I miss the camera.
And it look a little different, right? They should have added 20 pounds on camera.
Yeah, I look a little different, bro.
You know, I get a little skinny, so I got big.
Roger got skinny now. He acting funny. Typical, man. But welcome back to the block, man. Weather's nice. People in the store.
That should have been an opening.
No, we got
the opening shot to this video should have been, hey, we wasn't selling fake sneakers, gang. Like, y'all good. I don't know.
Talk to him, Justin.
It don't look promising.
Don't forget about the add-on socks and shoe cleaners, brother.
You can't buy a shoe without the socks. It's included. It's included in the package.
What?
You can't buy a shoe
I lost.
without the socks.
It's included in the package.
So,
It's a $20. It's $20.
All right, so I'm a customer. I come up, I buy it, and buying some shoes. Right here we go.
It's included. It's a package too.
All right, so
are you doing?
socks. How you doing? Oh, so you give it away for free?
That is one of my pet peeves, though. This is coming from somebody who's worked in retail literally since 2016. I've worked for companies like PacSun or like, you know, companies adjacent to like Urban Outfitters or companies adjacent to like a Nordstrom Rack. And they'll always push you, like, you know, get that UPT up, units per transaction. They was like, get that UPT up. So like, if somebody pull up with just, you know, one box of sneakers, or like they pull up with one shirt, try to see if you could tag on like a pair of jeans or like a pair of socks or something like to get that UPT up. They always used to push that. That shit used to annoy the hell out of me because like, even when people would just like go in looking for a specific thing, I always had to like make a suggestion like, oh, you buying some shoes, bro? Hey, you know, you can't make some shoes out of no socks. And then they like, for the most part, a lot of people would just be like, bro, I came here to get one thing. And I never want to be that person. I feel like if you truly can sell something, you don't need to force somebody to sell something. And I feel like that's how that shit always came across. That is what that's one of the things I truly hated about retail. Another thing I hate about working in retail is people be grown as hell and don't be knowing they size in anything. They don't be knowing they sneaker size. They don't be knowing they pants size, shirt size. I'm like, oh, what size you need? I don't know. And then they'll pull their pants down or like they'll turn the tab inside out and be like, what does it say right here? You telling me you've been wearing these pants for how long and you don't know what size they are? The fuck?
Oh, it's included.
It's included.
Oh wow, you guys do that here? You guys do that here at Cool
Scan
Kids?
it. Socks included with all purchases.
Oh my
You
god.
know how you said, you know, socks come with shoes? I want to see you sell a sock without the shoe.
How much does sock cost?
Go ahead, take the sock.
The socks $15.
$50?
Hell no.
Sell me a sock. I'm buying some shoes. Sell me some socks.
You just gonna ring it up. I'm gonna tell you the total.
Oh, you just add it on there.
Just add it up there, bro.
Oh shit.
I can sell something for Justin.
No, you can't, bro.
Justin, I can sell a sock. No cheating.
You wanna sell a sock without a shoe first?
Let me see the type of socks you got on.
For me?
Yeah, let me see.
What's your pitch, bro? I got Nike socks on.
I hope this store isn't open. Like, I hope this is like pre-open.
What kind of socks? Well, hold on. You talking about South Korea?
Oh yeah, nah.
It definitely doesn't look
got
like
on
it.
Hanes, man. Yeah, my done a little
Back
bit.
heel.
I know. I wear Crocs. No sport mode. Every day.
Swollen. Let me see some.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Ain't no shame in my game, bro. I'm happy every day, bro.
Why your socks like that? It looks like
Feet look swollen.
they're too small.
Why you look like that?
My bad. Bro.
Why you look like that?
I feel like I know where this store is. I don't know where this one is. I know where that, you know, the more iconic one is. I feel like I know where this one is though. Like just based on like the background and the backdrop of this video.
Hey, bro, we got a stop. We got a special going on right now, bro. $5 for $15.
10% discount.
Hey, that's cheap.
Okay. He don't need socks right now.
He just declined you. How do you feel?
$15 socks going for $5 right now, y'all. 3-pack.
I ain't gonna lie, that would have got me.
$5.
I for sure
Look at
would
that.
have bought a pair.
How you make a sale, bro?
Wait, he made it happen.
I made it happen, Captain.
That's a discount though.
It don't matter. Feel me? My guy.
Wait, you actually made it happen.
Respect, sir. Let me get you a
I
bag.
ain't gonna lie, bro. That's pretty
You gotta
fair.
talk- you gotta talk
I would have
customers
did it.
Nah, they ain't giving away $5. That's promoting the brand. He don't get that. That's brand awareness, bro. My guy don't get it. It's okay. One day he'll learn. One day he'll learn, man. Let me get you a bag too, brother. We don't charge for bags.
This is a question. Is retail really dying, like brick and mortar? I know people always say like brick and mortar will always be there because like people would have to go in to try something on or have to like, but I feel like retail companies across all industries, no, not industries, retail companies across all, fuck is the word I'm looking for? Now I gotta look it up. So I'm not gonna look crazy. Foot traffic. Hold on. Sectors. No, retail foot traffic is not down in all sectors. Through some sectors like footwear and general clothing have been significant declines, while overall retail foot traffic has shown slight growth in some periods. Other categories like groceries, okay, superstores, and okay. Footwear and clothing though. Footwear and clothing has been declining. Okay.
It's all good. This is right. See this? Appreciate you. I got you $5. My guy. Where you from? Watts. Watts. My guy. Pulled up for Watts. $5 pair of socks. All right, yeah. Feel me? That's how you get it done.
All right, teach me. Teach me.
Follow me, bro. Follow these 3 footsteps. You think it can make a comeback?
What?
Labubu's. You
think
think
it's
it
nine?
make? Gone.
Answer is no.
We got nothing left. It's the last of our.
But nobody's buying no more?
No.
So that's it, the hype's done, you think?
The hype's done. I don't think it'll come back.
At this point, it's just colors you're making, but...
Making colors. And they got these new ones.
Gary
It's a little different. They're setting you up. It's all different letters. So you can buy more.
That's the last of them, huh?
They were OD. Welcome. We got a couple of accessories here at the Cool. Y'all never really get to see these, but I'm gonna show y'all some of the heat we have. We're gonna start off with the chrome glasses.
With the details.
Details. This is all
You
sterling
can't even
silver
see
chrome.
that.
Adorable glasses. No. Why would I put them on? We're trying to sell these, brother. Why would I put them on? You don't do that. Yeah, but my head might be too big.
Trophy rooms. Is those the off-white joints? They don't look like it. They low-key do kind of look like it. I can't really tell. Okay. A little off-white fines, a little Tiffany, okay. A little lobster joints, a little Air Yeezys and all that. Got the Cactus Plant Flea Market dunks and all that. Okay.
Nah. It's 1,600. You know, I'd rather
Got
the
the
person that
Vomeros
buys
right
them come
there.
try them on for yourself, so you can buy them. That's Eminem. This is tough though. Tell me for the Eminem fans.
No.
It is cool though. Christmas gift, $60. Slim Shady.
They trying to get them sales
Stocking
up,
stuff,
bro.
yeah. Ben's
I
favorite
respect
watches
it.
right here. Actually, no, this is a Mook special. Oh, I found it. Nah, I caught it. Stop. The G-Shock. MTG.
There's nothing.
Not a bad
being
G-Shock.
shown.
Would you still wear G-Shocks? Yeah. I would. Nah, I like watches like that. What else we got? We got the ashtray. Supreme ashtray. Another good stalker stuffer. Yeah, Christmas is around the corner, man. You need some gifts. Some quick gifts. You can't go wrong with Chrome. You can see in the background we got some Chrome, but holiday season, you know, it's a little cold outside. Get you a Chrome beanie. And then you can never, ever go wrong with KAWS figures, any plush item. Labubus, they say Labubus fell off, but these has never fell off. These are actually very artistic. The KAWS, these are cool. These are great ideas for all gifts. If you know Supreme always has a little dope collab. These are champagne glasses, Supreme champagne glasses, details. Let it focus for New Year's when you pop them bottles. Get you some champagne, Supreme champagne glasses. We also got the Kith Giants mini helmet.
Chatting, bro. He's chatting.
I could get a glass.
Like, yeah, bro. They chatting, bro. Intro, y'all first video back. You chatting,
man. Eli, hey, I got you.
Yeah, we're here and we're live. Look at it, guys. Yard sale going down. I'm here with my boy Santi, landed, and my homie Ryan.
We're back.
We're getting onto it now.
We're back in the vlog. What are you guys doing back here, man?
Our jobs, man. You know. So back here, we get stuff done back here, right? So we got this station right here where Landon's at. I don't know if you want to.
Chat, you know what it is, man. Eli, hey, I got you. I'll take over.
Take over, man. Yes, sir.
This is our department, Eli and myself. We have some online orders we got to take care of. We just dropped the yard sale just now around like 12 o'clock, so a lot of the shoes Eli just uploaded to the website. So now we're about to start getting in sales, crazy sales. We just got one in actually, Jordan 5 Oreo. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and print the document so that way my boy Eli can go ahead and package it.
That's you. Hey, YouTube. If you guys can guess how much the shoe sold.
What are we getting them?
I don't know. I don't know the budget here, but we'll give you something.
They're chatting, bro. I want to hear about the shit.
Online orders here. Filled station or you know. Get down. Right now we did a lot of the packing earlier this morning, but I'll show you the process with this one right here. Let's get it.
This feels like you actually.
Our customers. What I do here, you got to look at the packing slip. Make sure it's the correct shoe, correct size.
You know what this kind of feels like? This feels like footage that never made it, and they're just like they're kind of just piecing it together. I can't tell if this is recent.
Out of 5.
So I just shoot 5 in a row? And I shoot 5.
Yeah, and whoever
makes more? Makes more.
Yeah, $10 each shot that you lose by.
Okay, we got a big going on, Santi.
I ought to cash that shit too. I ain't gonna lie. Especially that one. The second one, I for sure would have cashed.
Brady's pulling out that wallet.
Okay.
Locked in. Let's go. Take out Frank.
That's one missed there.
Barely, bro.
I swear I'm about to.
3 to win. 3 to win. I'm about to lose. I don't know.
I feel like they chatting. I'm about to have an ADHD moment.
6, 7.
Hold on.
No zip.
Look at this. That's the best piece.
Let's see this.
It's cut.
Wait, what'd you do? What? You opened it up? You cut it through the floral? Sick. At least it's real. Yeah, at least it's real. You're onto something there. I could golf in this one actually. Okay. What do you want for all this stuff? Like, what's the? Talk to me.
Crazy.
Yeah, the jeans are crazy.
Real?
And they go air shit out.
I got them.
Oh, you wore those last time.
No. I wore the. Those are actually like really fake. These are actually like wonderful.
Is it real?
No, these are.
They're fake, but they're like better fakes.
Are the rigs real?
Yeah, the rigs are real. I got them from like a rapper guy.
A rapper?
How you gonna run down his whole fit like that? I'm about to have a extreme ADHD moment. I want to start watching basketball. Now, if you frequent my channel, you know I'm not the biggest sports goer, sports watcher. Don't really care, never really cared. But I really want to get into like one sport in particular, and I feel like basketball could be that sport that I'm like, I could do it. Football has never, and my older brother played football. football has never been that interesting to me. I get it, you know, people with helmets, pads crashing into each other. Like, it's never been that interesting to me. I feel like I was more drawn to like basketball. So I feel like I'm going to take a moment just to learn basic basketball. Cause I know, like, you feel me? Like, if I was having a conversation like with somebody right now about basketball, it would last maybe a total of 5 minutes. Like, you know, you mentioned somebody like, oh yeah, like D Rose really that guy. I'm like, man, the way he like, you know, do all these super athletic moves, like, bro, he'd go crazy. And he was like, yeah, bro. And then like they'd be like, it sucked that he got injured. I'm like, man, bro, that's one of those injuries I wish I could take back. I swear on my life. They was like, yeah, do you ever watch like his college? I'm like, oh. That's it. That's where I start to fade into the background of the conversation. I've done all I can do. Once people start getting into the, oh, did you watch them when he was in like college or in high school? No, I did not. Couldn't tell you. I only know a handful of people who played in the NBA where they went to college. And most of them came from U of A because I went to U of A. So I knew about those people. Don't ask me a shit about nobody's college career or high school career. None of that. I'm about to watch I wonder if there's like a YouTube video for basketball for dummies. Every NBA story too dark for ESPN to cover, explained in 15 minutes. I feel like I'm about to go down another rabbit hole. Rules of basketball, how to play basketball, basketball rules for beginners. 5 minutes? Oh, we about to do this.
Transform trillions.
We about to do this. This is easy. Let me see. I wish my parents signed me up for basketball when I was younger. Sat down on the table and came up with those rules. I'm just here because I started getting interested in playing basketball. Okay. Who started late in sports, specifically basketball? Here we are. I found my people. Let's see.
Basketball. Basketball is a team sport of up to 15 players with only
I knew that.
Only 5 allowed on the court at
any
time. Each team consists of 2 forwards, 2
I did not know that, actually. I knew there was a forward.
Guards and 1 center player. The basketball game starts with a jump ball or tip-off. The referee throws the ball into the air in the center circle, and 1 player from each team leaps up and tries to tap the ball away. The game time is split up into 4 12-minute quarters. The object of the game is to throw the ball into the hoop to score points.
Okay, so...
Basketball court. The court is divided into 2 main sections by the middle court line. The court is rectangular in shape and measures 91 feet long by 50 feet wide. There's a halfway line in which a small circle is found in the center. This is where the game starts. At each end of the court are 2 baskets, both 10 feet in height. A 3-point arc is in the outside ring.
That's where I used to live, bro. I ain't go cap. Like when I used to just like play little pickup games, I'd be cashing shit. And I'm left-handed. Cash.
Middle of the outside ring is the key, which includes a free throw line. Basketball basic rules. Each team can have a maximum of 5 players on the court at a time. Teams can substitute players as many times as they wish throughout the game. Players cannot kick the ball. Players cannot dribble or hit the ball with their fist.
I did not know that.
Players cannot double dribble the ball. Players cannot hold the ball and stay in the backcourt that contains their basket for more than 8 seconds. Players cannot step on a foul line while...
Is it 8 seconds? I feel like that's wrong. Damn. A backward occurs when a physical team can happen. What's the time though? What's the time, bro? What's the time? Oh. Let me not question. Let me not question the
free
teacher.
throwing the ball. Players cannot step on the end or sideline while passing the ball to a teammate. Players cannot throw the ball out of the court boundaries. The ball must stay within the boundaries. If the team loses the ball out of bounds, the other team gets control.
Wait, that doesn't make sense to me because I've seen people, like games I have watched, I've seen people like jump out into this area to catch a ball and to throw it back in.
The boundaries. If the team loses the ball out of bounds, the other team gets control of the basketball. After the ball goes into a team's half and they win possession back, the ball must then make it back over the half line within 10 seconds. If the ball fails to do so, then a foul will be called and the ball will be turned over. Dribbling the ball.
Oh, wow.
So, then a foul half line within
know that.
10 seconds. Possession back, the ball must then make it back. If the
Wait.
team loses the ball out of bounds, the other team gets control of the basketball. After the ball goes into a team's half and they win possession back, the ball must then make it back over the half line within 10 seconds. If the ball fails to do so, then a foul will be called and the ball will be turned over.
What is that called?
Dribbling the
then?
ball.
That
The
has to
ball
have
can
a
only be
term.
moved by either dribbling or passing the ball. The player must dribble the ball with one hand while moving both feet. If at any time both hands touch the ball or the player stops dribbling, the player must only move one foot. Once a player puts two hands on the ball, not including catching the ball, they cannot then dribble or move with the ball and the ball must be passed or shot.
I knew that.
Double dribbling. Once any player has stopped dribbling, they cannot start another dribble right away. This is called for a double dribbling violation, and in this case, the other team gains control of the ball. A player can only start another dribble after another player from either team touches or gains control of the basketball. This is usually after a shot or pass. Carrying the ball. The player's hand must be on top of the ball
So why they
while
Never
dribbling.
mind,
If they
bro.
touch the bottom of the ball while dribbling and continue to dribble, this is called carrying the ball, and the player will lose the ball to the other team. Backcourt violation. Once the attacking team crosses the half court, they may not go back into the backcourt. This is called a backcourt violation. If the defensive team knocks the basketball into the backcourt, then the attacking team can recover the ball legally. Traveling. If a
legally?
player takes too many steps without dribbling, the ball is called traveling. If this happened, the ball is then turned over to the opposition. 3 in the key. A player cannot stay in the key, which is this section of the court, for more than 3 seconds. This is called 3 seconds in the key violation. Shot clock violation. Once a player has possession of the ball, the player has 24 seconds to shoot towards the opponent's basket. Failing to shoot the ball within 24 seconds results in a shot clock violation.
Bro, now I'm getting confused, bro, because I thought it was 8 seconds to get from right. Am I not following this correctly? I mean, I get that it's late, but like, damn, bro, I thought it was. Oh, I think they're saying in total. So within
the ball
from when somebody steps, like, let's say they inbound the basketball, they have from, if they start here, they have 8 seconds to get to here. But is that 8 seconds included in that 24? See, now y'all on my side. Y'all see what I'm thinking, right? So is that 8 seconds included in that 24? Or is it a whole separate 24?
Is then turned over to the opposition. Throw-in. If a team or player violates any of the rules, the team loses the ball and the ball is handed over to the opponent team. The opponent team throws in from the sideline. This is called a throw-in. Goaltending.
I know this one.
No player can touch the basketball while it's traveling downward towards the basket, or if it's on the rim. This is called goaltending. After each successful basket, the ball is then turned over to the opposition. Charging violation. A charge, or player control foul, occurs when a dribbler charges into a defender who has already established his position. This is called charging violation.
Now, what I do know from watching very minimal basketball, I feel like this is one of those things that needs to be altered, bro. The last time I watched any basketball game and I really sat there and watched it, was like, it was during the pandemic. I want to say 2020, 2021, early 2020. It was early 2021. And I don't know, bro. I forget now.
The ball is then turned over to the opposition. Free throw. Fouls committed throughout the game will be accumulated, and then when reached a certain number, will be eventually awarded as a free throw. The player whose against the foul was committed takes the shot unopposed from the free throw line. The number of free throws will depend on where the foul was committed. Scoring.
Why aren't they
There are
telling
3
me that?
scoring numbers for basketball players. Any basket scored from outside the three-point arc will result in 3 points being scored. Baskets scored within the three-point arc will result in 2 points being scored. Successful free throws will result in 1 point being scored per free throw. How to win a game. The team that scores more points in the allotted game time will win the game. If the scores are tied at the end, then an extra quarter will be played until a winner is found.
I feel like that video didn't really do it. It helped a little bit. I actually didn't know some of the things they talked about. I feel like I need to watch this.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Ball Out. Today we're going to be talking about the different positions in basketball. Whether you're new to the sport or someone trying to boost their basketball IQ, understanding the different roles of each position is important. If you're a new basketball fan, comment down below your favorite team or favorite player. And to the people who play or played basketball, comment down below what position you played. Here's the thing, in basketball, every single position has a specific.
See, but if I really want to act like I know some shit, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, like he played a 1 or he played a 2. You know, because like certain numbers indicate positions. So like I think like the 1 is like the point guard, the 2, the 2 may be like a shooting guard, the 3, I think that's like a small forward, a 4 may be a power forward, and then I think the 5 is a center. I think the 5 is a center type shit.
Specific job. Each position has its own responsibilities, skills, and areas that need to be covered in order for the team to win. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what each position does and how they all work together to get things done. Let's get into it. The first position we're going to talk about is the point guard, also known as the 1. The point guard is the most important and hardest position in basketball, and that's because they have a lot of responsibilities. They are like the coaches out there on the court. Think of them as like a quarterback on a football team. They're the ones running the show and calling the shots. Point guards are normally one of the shortest players on the court, and in most cases, point guards are normally the best ball handlers and passers on their team. Their job is to bring the ball up the court, set up plays, control the tempo, and create scoring.
See, this is the thing I don't want to happen though. I don't want, just because I'm from the Bay Area, for my team to automatically be the Warriors. I'm not saying the Warriors are bad and that I don't want to gravitate to them. I'm just saying, bro, I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm from the Bay, so I just automatically rep this team. Like, I want to like actually get associated with some type of franchise. It may end up being the Warriors, but who knows?
Opportunities for themselves and for their teammates.
Kyrie.
Point guards are quick and super confident. They always have to make the right reads, whether that's taking a tough jump shot, throwing a no-look pass, driving to the basket, or throwing a lob. Point guards are always looking to pass to open teammates so they can rack up their assists. One of the most important skills of a point guard is their court vision. They can see plays develop before they even happen. They know where their teammates are supposed to be, and they can read the defense. They are able to spot if the defense is in a man-to-man or a zone defense. Point guards also have high basketball IQs, which means they understand the game inside and out. Point guards are like geniuses when it comes to basketball. They know how their team plays, they know what certain players like to do, and they also know how to expose the other team weaknesses. In today's games, point guards also need to be able to score at a high level. They can't just focus on passing. They got to be able to knock down shots, whether it's hitting threes like Stephen Curry or driving to the basket like De'Aaron Fox. A point guard who can score at a high level forces the defenders to play straight up. When you think of a true point guard, think of Magic Johnson, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Luka Doncic, Stephen Curry, Kyrie Irving, and the list goes on and on. But these players are what you would look for in a point guard. Now let's move on to the shooting guard, also known as the 2. This player is normally the team's best shooter, especially from downtown. You often hear people refer to shooting guards and small forwards, which is the next position we're going to be talking about, as the wings. And that's because you would normally see them on the wings when they're out there on the court. Shooting guards are normally a little taller than point guards, but they're still on the shorter side compared to the other positions. There are different types of shooting guards, but the
Who's that?
overall goal for a shooting guard is to score the ball. First, you have the catch and shoot type of shooting guard. And players like Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield, and Ray Allen are known as catch and shoot type of shooting guards. These shooting guards don't do a lot of dribbling. They like to shoot the ball as soon as they catch it. The next type of shooting guard is called a slasher. Players like Dwayne Wade, Vince Carter, and Anthony Edwards are all considered slashers. And slashers love to attack the basket even though they're good shooters. These type of shooting guards are super athletic and finish strong around the rim. The next type of shooting guard is called the 3-and-D. Players like
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This video is 10 times better than the last one. This is actually good videos.
Danny Green, Avery Bradley, and OG Anunoby are considered 3-and-D type of players. These type of shooting guards are solid shooters, but they make their money on the defensive end, locking up the opponent's best perimeter players. The last type of shooting guard is what I call the all-around shooting guard. These shooting guards are rare and can do it all. Players like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are known for doing it all. They can shoot, defend, create plays for themselves and for their teammates, which is a huge reason why both of these players are legends. But like I said earlier, a shooting guard's main job is to score the ball. Whether that's knocking down three-pointers, hitting mid-range jump shots, or driving to the basket. They also help the point guard bring the ball up the court and run plays like the pick and roll, since they are known for having decent handles. On defense, shooting guards are normally guarding the other team's best perimeter player, and that's because they have good defensive skills. They make it hard for the opposing team to score points against them. When you think of elite shooting guards, think of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Dwayne Wade. These players left a mark in the basketball world forever. They could score with the best of them, guard the other team's best players, and all three of them were clutch when their team needed them the most. Next, let's talk about the small forward, also known as the 3. Small forwards are normally the most well-rounded players on the team. They can do a little bit of everything. They can score, rebound, defend, and even run the offense if they have to. Small forwards are usually taller than shooting guards, but they're not as big and strong as a power forward or a center. Due to their size and skill set, they can score in different ways. If a smaller player is guarding them, due to their size and skill set, they can score in different ways. If a smaller player is guarding them, they can shoot over them. And if a big player is guarding them, they can blow past them. Small forwards can shoot threes, drive to the basket, or pull up for a mid-range jump shot. On defense, small forwards often guard the other team's best player, whether they're a guard or a forward. This means small forwards need to be quick, strong, and have a good understanding of the game. They also are able to switch between different players. When you think of small forwards, think of LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Kawhi Leonard. All three of these players are elite on both defense and offense, and will one day be in the Hall of Fame. Moving on to the power forward, also known as the 4. Power forwards are known to be the more physical players out there on the court. They're bigger and stronger than small forwards, but they can't move as fast as a small forward. Power forwards spend a lot of their time around the paint. Their main job is to score and rebound the ball. They're great at finishing around the rim, whether it's posting up or finishing with layups or dunks. These players are also capable of shooting mid-range jump shots or even three-pointers. But you won't really see power forwards jacking up a ton of threes. But don't get it twisted. There are some power forwards who can knock down three-pointers pretty good, like Kevin Love. On defense, power forwards are responsible for protecting the paint, grabbing rebounds, and blocking shots. Some power forwards are responsible for protecting the paint, grabbing rebounds, and blocking shots. Some power forwards can switch and guard shorter players if needed. Power forwards are strong and handle a lot of contact. When you think of power forwards, think of Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, and Anthony Davis when he isn't hurt. Finally, let's talk about the center, also known as the 5. The center is normally the tallest and strongest player on the court, and you will always find them around the basket on both offense and defense. Centers are known for doing the dirty work. On offense, the center job is to score near the basket because they own the paint. They use their height and strength to back down players to score easy buckets. You will also see them doing hook shots, powerful dunks, and putbacks. While most centers focus on scoring inside, a lot of them can also hit mid-range jump shots, and a small percentage of them can hit three-pointers every once in a while. But it wasn't always like this though. Back then, centers never even thought about shooting three-pointers. On defense, the center main goal. Back then, centers never even thought about.
Hey, hell
but it
no,
wasn't always
bruh.
like this though. Back then, centers never even thought about.
I don't know who this is, bro, but that
About
shit got me
shooting three-pointers.
weak, bro.
On defense, the center main goal is to protect the basket, block shots, and limit
crying.
second chance opportunities. They try their hardest to make it tough for the opposing team to score in the paint. They also grab majority of the rebounds on the court. And when they do grab the rebounds, they quickly pass it to the guards since they don't have the best handles. But without them, it would be a long day for the other players. When you think of centers, think of guys like Shaquille O'Neal, Nikola Jokic, and Joel Embiid. These players are known for dominating the paint on both offense and defense. Overall, point guards are the leaders on the court, shooting guards shoot the ball, small forwards do a little bit of everything, power forwards are a mixture of small forwards and centers are known for owning the paint. Each position plays a huge role in how the game unfolds. Whether you're on the court or just watching,
My very uneducated opinion about this video is, I mean, from what Buddy said, it sounds like being a small forward may be the hardest position to play. But it also may vary depending on the team. Like if you like the star fucking power forward on that team, then that may be the hardest job. I feel like it may depend on like what the team is liking. But like based on this video, it sounds like being a shooting guard is the toughest job.
positions will help you out a lot. Well, that's it for that video. I hope you guys liked it. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what y'all want to see more of. I'll catch y'all next time.
That was a good informative video, bro. Honestly, again, to the untrained eye of basketball, I feel like I learned more from there than I did others. I want to do like a Chat GPT. Hold on. I'm just curious on like what they would say. Like if I entered into Chat GPT my personality trait and like just basic shit about me, what team would they put me as? Or like what team would they say I'll support? Let's see. I'm just curious. Cause I don't know what team to like. I feel like I might start liking like, I like players like, when I used to play 2K, I like players like, what's his name? Big dude, had like orange hair. What the fuck is his name? This is how you know I don't know basketball for real. What is his name, bro? Blake Griffin. I fucked with Blake Griffin. And then like other players, I fuck with Kyrie. I fuck with Damian Lillard. Fuck with LaMelo. Like, I wouldn't watch a game that they was playing, but I like, you know, I fuck with their play style if I saw it. You feel me? Let's see. I like fashion. Okay, what basketball team based on the characteristics provided would you place me at? Place me. Yeah. What's going on? What basketball team based on the characteristics provided would you place me? You would place me in their fandom. Let's see. I like burgers. You all good? Let me know how that movie is, bro. I've been seeing so much promotion for that movie. It's crazy. I like burgers. What else? I like lifting weights. Fuck. Anime. Sneakers. Fuck. Hiking. Good food. I ain't seen the first one. I have not. I just keep seeing the promotion with Ariana Grande and that black lady, bro. I forget her name. But like the TikToks have been exploding with them. Fashion. What's another core characteristic? Chill vibes. R&B music. What else? Damn, gaming. You'll be lost otherwise. All right, bet. Is it like really worth it though? Like, is it actually a good movie, or is it just hype? R&B music, gaming. I'm gonna just send it there. Your ideal team fan of the Portland Trail Blazers. Why the Blazers match your vibe? Hiking to Portland, surrounded by some of the best hiking in the U.S. Okay, good burgers. Portland is a huge food city. Blazers fans love kicks and style, but not in flashy high status. Way more clean fits, good taste, low ego. Okay, R&B, laid back, tend to have a more mellow underground music vibe rather than game playing story. You have players. Okay. Backup options that also fit your vibe. Miami Heat, Golden State Warriors, Denver Nuggets. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Okay. I don't know shit about no Portland, but all right now. I'm going to watch one more basketball video. I need to get my lore up. Like, if I ever get if I get backed into a corner and everybody talking about basketball, I really want to know some shit that everybody don't know. I want to learn some basketball lore.
If you can't quit the P word, I want to let you know that scripture.
Oh, this might be good lore.
Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt wasn't just dominant, he was disruptive in the best way possible. He broke basketball so thoroughly that the league had to change its own laws to contain him. His mix of height, reach, and athleticism made him a one-man rulebook rewrite. Offensive goaltending got tougher because Wilt could tip shots from above the rim like a cheat.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He show up and we playing this dude, bro. I'm just gonna act like I got injured, gang. You saw how...
Right. Offensive goaltending...
Look at this.
...got tougher because Wilt could tip shots from above the rim like a cheat code. The lane widened from 6 feet to 16 to drag him away from the basket. Even his free throw form got outlawed. He used to take a running start from behind the line and dunk it in. The NBA said enough, yet none of it stopped him. Wilt still dropped 100 in a game, still averaged 50 a season.
Is that game actually recorded? Does that game exist somewhere online? The game where he dropped 100?
Still forced innovation. He didn't just play basketball, he redefined its physical limits. And what came next showed that dominance could still break the system, even decades later. Zaza Pachulia. One closeout changed modern defense forever. In 2017, Zaza Pachulia slid under Kawhi Leonard during Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, and the result was chaos. Kawhi sprained his ankle, the Spurs' playoff hopes vanished, and outrage exploded. The NBA reacted fast. The Zaza rule gave refs power to call flagrants or technicals for reckless closeouts, even if they weren't intentional. Suddenly, defenders had to give shooters landing space, or pay for it. The league even added instant replay to review these plays in real time. It reshaped how players defended on the perimeter and how coaches taught closing out. What looked like a freak accident ended up becoming a line in the rulebook. And if that changed how defenders moved, the next story changed how the entire court was built. Daryl Dawkins. Daryl Chocolate Thunder. Dawkins didn't just dunk. He detonated. His slams were so violent that in 1979, he shattered 2 backboards in 1 month. It wasn't just a spectacle, it was a safety crisis. The NBA had to act before someone got hurt by raining glass. That's when breakaway rims were born, designed to flex under pressure instead of exploding. Tempered glass backboards followed soon after, turning chaos into innovation. Dawkins' power forced engineers to rethink basketball's very hardware. Without him, every thunderous dunk we see today might still risk shards flying into the crowd. He turned destruction into progress, making the game safer and more spectacular.
If anybody's watching this, what's like the greatest game that if you a basketball head, what's like the greatest game you got to witness?
All at once. And while Dawkins changed steel and glass, the next man's dominance forced the league to reshape the floor itself. George Mikan. Before Wilt, there was Mikan, the original problem. In the early 1950s, George Mikan was a 6'10" monster when most players barely scraped 6 feet. He lived under the rim, scoring at will because the lane was only 6 feet wide. The NBA responded by doubling it to 12 and adding the offensive 3-second rule to stop big men from camping in the paint. That change opened up the floor, sped up the pace, and introduced the idea of player movement. Even with the adjustments, Mikan stayed elite, still leading the league in scoring. He was the first player so dominant that the league physically restructured itself around him. Mikan made the NBA realize that to grow, it had to evolve, and that evolution would continue.
Boy, that room looked boring as hell. Like, this looks like the worst blunt rotation ever.
When another towering center brought finesse instead of brute force. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem was so good, the NCAA had to take away the dunk just to make it fair. Back when he was still Lou Alcindor at UCLA, he was unstoppable, towering over defenders and dunking at will. In 1967, they banned dunking altogether, claiming it was for safety, but everyone knew who it was really about. Kareem responded by inventing the most unstoppable move in basketball history, the skyhook. With one rule, they tried to contain him. Instead, they made him immortal. The dunk ban lasted almost a decade, but by the time it was lifted, Kareem
See, that's good basketball lore. That's good basketball lore.
already built a new empire on skill and elegance. He didn't just adapt, he forced the world to evolve around him. But years later, another star would push the NBA to change its rules for an entirely different reason: money. Michael Jordan. Jordan wasn't just a scorer, he was a system breaker. Teams cleared one side of the floor just to give him room to isolate, and he cooked defenders every single time. The NBA stepped in with an illegal offense rule in the 1990s, punishing teams that overloaded one side of the court without movement. It forced more passing, cutting, and creativity. And when defenders got too physical, using hand checks to steer him, the league cracked down again, ending hand checking near the perimeter. Those changes turned basketball into a faster, freer, more skill-based game. Jordan didn't just dominate within the rules, he changed what offense looked like entirely. His impact built the foundation for today's wide-open play style, and while Jordan altered how the game was played, the next legend changed how teams could pay their stars. Larry Bird didn't just change the game on the court, he rewrote it off the court too. When the NBA introduced the salary cap in 1983, they faced a problem. How could teams afford to keep their legends? Enter the Bird exception. Named after Larry himself, it let teams go over the cap to re-sign players who had been loyal for 3 straight years. It preserved dynasties, rewarded consistency, and stabilized rosters across the league. Bird was the first to benefit, and the rule became the blueprint for how modern contracts work. It shaped free agency, created flexibility, and helped teams build legacies instead of losing stars to money issues. Bird's name lives in every contract negotiation today, but not every financial move in basketball history was smart. Some were absolute disasters. Ted Stepien. Ted Stepien might be the worst owner the NBA's ever seen, and that's saying something. In the early 1980s, he traded away the Cavaliers' first-round picks for 5 straight years.
That's a good name to know. That's some good lore. Don't know this.
Guys and handing other teams future superstars. The league had to step in before Cleveland self-destructed entirely. The Stepien rule was born, preventing teams from trading first-round picks. And
Cleveland is the best destination for business, says nationwide advertiser.
Consecutive future drafts. It saved organizations from their own recklessness. The rule still shapes trade negotiations today, decades later. Stepien's mistakes were so infamous that his name became shorthand for what not to do as an owner. His chaos created structure, but while his rule kept teams from destroying their future, the next one made sure young stars could finally cash in on theirs. Derrick Rose. In 2011, Derrick Rose became the youngest MVP in NBA history, and his success exposed a flaw in the system.
So if you're just tuning in, I'm trying to get into basketball. I've said this on many of occasions. I've never cared for sports, but I kind of want to start watching basketball. And I feel like I don't think any other sport would capture my attention, because I've tried to get into basketball before, but I just fell off. I don't think I like football. I know I don't like baseball. So I'm like, I need to just learn the lore. So I've been watching basketball videos to up my knowledge about the game.
Back then, a player finishing their rookie deal could only earn up.
Right now, I'm in that stage of learning lore.
To 25% of the salary cap, even if they were already elite. So during the 2011 lockout, players pushed for a change, and the Derrick Rose rule was born. It allowed young stars who earned MVPs or multiple All-NBA honors to sign extensions worth up to 30% of the cap. Rose's historic rise opened the door for future phenoms like Luka Doncic and Ja Morant to secure their financial future sooner. The rule kept superstars loyal while rewarding greatness early. It was a win-win for players and teams alike. But first, only cool people are subscribed to this channel, so hit that subscribe button before we go any further. James Harden. James Harden mastered the art of deception. For years, he manipulated the rulebook, leaning into defenders, hooking arms, and flailing legs to bait whistles. His free throw attempts were legendary and infuriating. Fans called it boring. Coaches called it broken. The NBA finally had enough. In 2021, they told refs to stop rewarding non-basketball moves. Harden's free throw numbers cratered overnight. Games became faster, cleaner, and more exciting. Harden adapted by becoming more of a playmaker, but the message was clear: skill over trickery. His rule changed how scorers approached contact and how defenders trusted their instincts. The league had finally found balance again. But the next superstar on this list, he made sure defense itself would never be the same. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade's pump fake wasn't just a move, it was a weapon. He'd lull defenders in, get them off their feet, and then lean in for the foul like clockwork. It worked so well that at his peak, he was taking double-digit free throws per game. But in 2021, the NBA decided enough was enough. They told refs to stop calling fouls when players jumped into defenders without making a genuine scoring motion. It ended an entire era of foul hunting artistry. Wade was retired by then, but his blueprint shaped the crackdown. Offense had to look real again, not theatrical. It was a move that cleaned up the game and restored flow. And while Wade manipulated defenders, the next legend on this list literally kicked them into rulebook history. Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller was the king of chaos. Every time he rose for a jumper, defenders braced for impact. Because Reggie had a sneaky trick. He'd kick his leg out just enough to draw contact, earning himself free throws and enraging opponents. The tactic became so notorious that in 2012, the NBA introduced the Reggie Miller rule. If a shooter initiated
that gotta
contact,
be fire though. Like, I know it's kind of wild to like you do some shit to a point where they're like, nah, we can't keep letting y'all do this, and then your name get into a rule book. That's kind of
with an unnatural leg kick, it was an offensive foul. The rule changed how jump shooters operated overnight. No more fishing for whistles, it had to be pure skill. And while that cut down on fake fouls, it also brought back real defense. Miller's antics made basketball cleaner, sharper, and more honest. But the next player didn't rely on trickery. He weaponized precision itself. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant found the ultimate loophole in basketball physics: the rip-through move. He'd face up from mid-range, wait for a defender's arm to hover too close, then swing his arms through it to draw a shooting foul. For years, it was automatic. In 2011, the NBA reclassified it as a non-shooting foul, unless the player was clearly in the act of shooting. It was a subtle rule, but it transformed offense foul, unless the player was clearly in the act of shooting. It was a subtle rule.
Damn. Damn, who is this, bro? This would fry me.
But it transformed offense.
And then you just lay down. You can't even do nothing. I want to know who this is. I don't even know what team this is. What team is this? That's like, this is it. Like, this quality ain't great. I can't even see it anywhere.
Offense.
I don't know what
Durant's
team that
trips
was.
to the line dropped, and the era of cheap fouls started to fade. The rule forced scorers to seek buckets, not whistles, and yet Durant still thrived. His game was too pure to be boxed in. He didn't just survive the rule change, he elevated beyond it. But while KD's move slowed the scoring parade, the next big man's problem was the exact opposite. He was fouled too much on purpose. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq was such a force that teams started fouling him before he even touched the ball. The hack-a-Shaq strategy was brutal, but effective. Send him to the line, slow the game, and pray he missed. It worked so well, it nearly ruined the flow of basketball. By 2008, the league stepped in. They ruled that in the final 2 minutes, any intentional foul away from the ball would result in a free throw and possession for the offense. It made hack-a-Shaq too costly to use late in games. Shaq's dominance forced coaches to defend honestly when it mattered most. He changed how teams handled superstars who couldn't shoot free throws and how the NBA protected its product. And speaking of slowing the game game down, the next player had a rule made just for his bulldozer-style offense. Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was a one-man traffic jam. In the 90s, he'd back a defender down for what felt like an eternity, 10, 12, sometimes 15 seconds, before finally spinning into a move. It was effective, but it dragged games to a crawl. The NBA had seen enough. In 1999, they introduced the 5-second back to the basket rule. Players now had just 5 seconds to make a move or pass when backing down near the post. The change sped up possessions and forced creativity. Barkley didn't break a rule. He simply exposed how slow the game could get. The NBA fixed it by literally putting the clock on post play. And while Barkley's change was about pacing, the next one came from a man who changed both basketball.
Damn, that's kind of fire.
Play. And while Barkley's change was about pacing, the next one came from a man who changed both basketball style and its culture. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson's crossover was so filthy, defenders still have flashbacks. But that hesitation where his hand slid under the ball blurred the line between legal dribbling and a carry. The NBA didn't write a new rule for him, but referees started enforcing carrying violations far more strictly. Iverson made the game fast, electric, and unpredictable, but he also forced refs to redefine control. Off the court, his influence was even bigger. His tattoos, braids, and...
Nah, he really got that shit on too. Buddy really dripped out for real. He really got that shit on.
Baggy clothes became symbols of individuality until the NBA introduced a dress code in 2005, widely seen as a response to his image. Iverson didn't just change the rules of the game, he changed how players were allowed to look while playing. His rebellion reshaped basketball's identity, but the next player's rule wasn't about image, it was about behavior. Rasheed Wallace. Rasheed Wallace turned arguing with referees into an art form. He barked, glared, and talked his way into 41 technical fouls in one season, a record so absurd the league had to intervene. In 2005, the NBA introduced a new rule. Any player who reached 16 technicals in a regular season would get an automatic one-game suspension and another suspension for every 2 after that. In the playoffs, the limit dropped to 7. Rasheed's name became synonymous with losing composure, and refs used him as the cautionary tale. The rule cleaned up sideline chaos, but it also changed how players communicated with officials. Ball don't lie might have been his catchphrase, but for the NBA, the new rule definitely did. And while Wallace's story was about emotions, the next one came from pure outrage after a missed call.
I know who this is. Is this damn, I know who this is. This is LaMarcus Aldridge?
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
One blown call can change everything. In 2012, LaMarcus Aldridge blocked a shot against Oklahoma City, but refs called it goaltending. The replay showed it was clean, but at the time, goaltending wasn't reviewable. Portland lost and fans erupted. The league responded quickly, allowing refs to review goaltending and basket interference in the final 2 minutes of regulation and in overtime. It was a small rule with massive implications. Games could now end with justice instead of controversy. Aldridge didn't get his win back that night, but he got a rule that made sure future players wouldn't lose the same way. It was another reminder that one mistake can rewrite the rulebook. But sometimes it wasn't mistakes. It was mastery that forced change. Derek Harper. Derek Harper's defense was textbook. Hands on the hip, forearm on the waist, total control. It was legal back then, and it made scoring a nightmare. Harper turned hand checking into a science, guiding ball handlers wherever he wanted. The NBA noticed, and in 1994, they restricted hand checking in the backcourt. By 2004, it was banned almost entirely. The new rules gave offensive players freedom to move, birthing the modern, fast-paced, perimeter-heavy game we see today. Harper's gritty defense symbolized an era of physicality that simply couldn't last forever. The league wanted skill and speed, not wrestling matches. And with hand-checking gone, scoring exploded.
Damn.
Harper's rule marked the beginning of the NBA we know now. But the next rule, it came down to fractions of a second, and it changed how every buzzer beater is judged. Trent Tucker. On January 15th, 1990, Trent Tucker hit a game winner with just 0.1 seconds on the clock. The Bulls protested, claiming it was physically impossible to catch and shoot that quickly, and they were right. The NBA ran tests and concluded that a catch and shoot needed at least 0.3 seconds. The next season, the Trent Tucker rule was implemented. Now, if there's less than 0.3 seconds left, only a tip or deflection counts. It was a rule born from one miraculous shot that simply shouldn't have counted. Tucker's moment created a new boundary for time itself. Every last second play since then owes its accuracy to that ruling. It was a reminder that even a 1/10 of a second can decide basketball history. If you like this video,
damn, that was a good fucking video. This is an amazing video. Does this still make? He's making videos now. This is that was a great video. I definitely feel like my knowledge about basketball, like I could hold maybe just another few seconds of a conversation when it comes to basketball. I'm in my basketball era. I'm going to learn this sport. I'm going to gravitate to a team. I just don't know what team. Yeah, this was a random... This was a very random stream, bro. It started off with Cool Kicks, but I thought they was going to address some shit. They didn't end up addressing anything. And I wonder if I go to... Would you do this to your $2,000 shoes? Hold on. Let me just see.
Create spellbinding campaigns with full fun.
I want to see what that's about, but they didn't address anything in that video. Which they probably got legal reasons why they can't.
It's not poop. Bro, how do I clean that?
The screen, I was like, whoa, bro, I'm finally gonna get a Travis Scott shoe. And then you click it and it's normal.
Man, you see it though? Damn, you see it though? Nah, the braider actually went crazy. The braider went crazy. And what's crazy about this, I've been getting my hair braided for a very long time. Even when I was a kid, I used to have long hair. These did not hurt. Usually braids like this clean, your head, even if you flex your eyebrows, your whole head will start tingling. Like, tingling. These don't feel like nothing, bro. Like, she went crazy.
Here every minute for the last 4 days. Would you like heads or tails? Heads?
This shoe at first was selling for like $600.
Shot, pole shot.
I want to see what the $2,000 shoe thing is. They gonna hold that to the end?
Free shoe. You can grab it, you can have it. Good luck.
I think they baited me.
Get this up first try.
They baited me.
Easy.
I think they baited me. All right, I don't want to watch it. Still no ad block? No. How do you do that? Let me see right now. Okay. It gotta be a browser extension. Yeah, I'll get on that. I'll get on that for sure. All right, cool. This was a random stream. I wasn't even supposed to stream. This is supposed to take place tomorrow. This is gonna be a part of the channel in some way. I low-key want to document my interest with basketball. I'm gonna start integrating that somehow. And then in the next 3 years, I'm gonna be a diehard fan for some type of basketball team. But yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow, typical time. Wrapping up, you open to watching informative content? What you thinking? Informative about what in particular? Hear me out. What is this? Oh. What else is going on? I had a long ass day, bro. Honestly, this whole entire week has been so, it's like stressful, but also just like exhausting. I've been getting terrible sleep. This is Black Friday. So during the retail era, this is like the busiest time. I've been having to fucking just like output so much. Like I didn't even get a workout in today, and that is fucking insane for me. I'm ready for this week to be over. I got to move next week. Just a lot going on. Real black.
Yes.
Let's see. Spook Who Sat by a Door. I read that book. That's a great book. If you ain't never read the book, that is a good read. Search for Spook Who Sat by a Door. Do what I did. Okay. Charles Wood shares his love for Riverbend. Eyes of the Afterlife. I wonder, what is Riverbend? Is that a movie? Hold on. Let me check it on. Just give me 1 second. Okay. I like this Vox channel. Oh. No, I like some of these titles for these videos are actually, they're drawing in my attention. How much free speech is too much? It's a pretty interesting title. I might do that tomorrow. Again, I wasn't planning on streaming today. Just because it's out of my normal. But I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I could definitely get into it. I like this channel. This is a good lob right here. I gotta work on the edit though. I'm editing a video right now, so I'm trying to get that knocked out as well. So even though I'm not staying on longer, I appreciate you pulling up. I will be live tomorrow, and I will be on live longer tomorrow. Yeah. But 37 hours away. Tomorrow we go see what the amount is. We trailblazing. We started at 112. What was that? How long ago was that? When was 112? Damn. We started at 124, and that was 7 days ago. We was at 124 hours, actually. And now we at 37. Tomorrow it'd be lower. So, again, shout out to y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. I got to work on a video. That'll be up for this Sunday. And, yeah.